everybody, and welcome to Mike Nierychlo Online, sharing my love for people, wine, really good wine, food, and all things made passionately. Today's show, we're talking a little bit, I'm starting a series on ice wine, and not only ice wine, Ontario ice wine. Now, Ontario, the eastern side of Canada, kind of what put Canada on the map as far as wine production. Most of the world outside of Canada knows Canada for making ice wine. Ooh, Canada, it's that frosty place. You cross the border into Canada and you're on your dog sled and igloo. Da 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 da. Yeah, we've got a pretty good climate for making ice wine because we got really cool winters. But in the summer, we make rockin' dry wine. Anyway, our reputation is getting better and better. Anyway, showcasing Ontario. Like I said, Ontario is probably the biggest area in Canada for production of ice wine. The climate there is perfectly suited for it. Now, a quick cap on there so people can understand how ice wine works. Now, first of all, ice wine is a sweet wine. Some people like to say dessert wine. I don't necessarily like to say dessert wine because sweet wines can be used very well as an aperitif as well. Something to... aperitif, that's too pretentious of a word, I'm sorry. An appetizer, a getting going wine, a mouth-watering wine, something to get your taste buds rocking so you're ready for a meal. Anyway, also works amazing for dessert. How ice wine is made, the short of it. The fruit is left on the vines extra long, we'll put it that way, extra long, usually harvested in the fall, left into the winter. In the winter, you have to protect it because it gets really, really ripe by being left on the vine that long. And in being that ripe, predators like birds and deer and wildlife, of course, they're after fruit that is that ripe. Who wouldn't be? It tastes absolutely delicious. Anyway, they protect it, they net it, they do everything again to keep it on the vines to let it ripen. Now, they wait for the perfect time of year when there's an ice cold snap, usually like -8 and colder, -10, it's cold. It's usually the middle of the night when it hits these nice cold temperatures where the grapes freeze. That's where they get ice wine from, the term ice wine. The grapes freeze, and when this happens, the water in the grapes freeze. But the concentrated nectar, we'll call it, or the sugar extract from the grapes does not freeze. So they press these grapes while it's still frozen, and this nectar is all that comes out. You really only get like one drop a grape. So in leaving the grapes to hang this long, to produce the ice wine, the cold temperatures, the labor, the amount you get in pressing, that's what drives the price up a little bit of ice wine. But it's a very unique product, and you know what? I respect it a lot. A lot of people here in Canada say, oh, I wish we weren't known for just ice wine. Well, we're getting more and more known for other dry wines, but I love ice wine, and I really respect how much it put Canada on the map as far as a wine-producing region. Anyway, enough about that. I've got 2 delicious bottles of wine sitting in front of me here I really want to try. Now, these are from Pillitteri Estate Winery, located on Niagara-on-the-Lake, wine region back east. I'm going to be doing a few more episodes of ice wine from back there as well, but a little bit more shotgun style. This one's a bit of a descriptor. Anyway, Pillitteri Estates, the world's largest, that's big, the world's largest estate producer of ice wine. So they kind of know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a while. So I'm really excited to see what they have to try. All right, come under corks, just playing and fiddling with those. Anyway, first one we're going to try, the Pillitteri Estates 2007 Chardonnay ice wine. They always come in these cute little bottles. This one is a 200 ml. For 200 mils, I believe this one's 35 bucks. Like I said, not exactly the cheapest product, but what's nice, Ontario wine is so much cheaper than BC wine. Good BC ice wine, which is rarer than Ontario ice wine, it only works in certain years, is a bit more pricey. Anyway, let's try this one out. Okay, actually, table's all dirty. Nice color for ice wine. Usually you get a lot more thick, heavy, goopy extracted color. This has got a really nice, just nice, elegant golden yellow. Reminds me of almost like a Chardonnay in color or something like that, which it is, Chardonnay. Okay, on the nose. Right off the bat on the nose. You get that classic apricot, like deep dried apricots. Very fruit, reminds me of apricot jam. But in this case, it's not over the top. It seems just nice and light. I'm going to venture to say a little bit of like guava, Definitely something floral, a bit of floral, and it reminds me of lychee as well. Somewhat of that same sort of lychee aroma you get off like a Gewürztraminer. Interesting nose, like it gives off that hint of spice or something. All right, here's the fun part. Hold on a second. Wow. Okay. Ice wine's awesome. That's all I have to say about it. It's hard to find a really bad ice wine. They're usually really good. They're so sweet, so yummy. This is saying apricots and orange peel until tomorrow and next week sometime. It's just sweet apricots, orange peel. But what's nice is I do find with ice wines sometimes they can be too syrupy and goopy. This has got a really nice balanced acidity to it, which just cleans your palate in the finish. And that lychee spice, kind of a lemon lychee spice on the finish. Nice finish. Nice wine, guys. Very well done. I'm not dumping this out, so just bear with me. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this on camera, but whatever. And ironically, my father-in-law, probably one of the biggest lovers of ice wine I know, happens to be from Ontario. And I may have to share these with him later on today. So my father-in-law, Martin, if you happen to be watching, ice wine rocks. All right. Wow. Okay, this is very different. Chardonnay you see ice wine done in. Riesling you often see. Vidal, which is a very hearty variety. Different varieties like that. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon ice wine. You don't often see the big hearty red varieties done as an ice wine, which is very interesting. So you can see the color. You get this really neat kind of copper with a hint of red to it. It's a neat color. It's definitely a neat color. It's almost like a grapefruit juice color, something like that. But on the nose, wow, it smells like Cab Sauv. It would be almost confusing if this is a blind tasting. There's a crap load of spice coming through on here. It reminds me of just tannin and oak characteristics I'm getting a lot of. But big, like ripe red cherries and raspberries and yeah, some strawberry in there, but plum. There's a lot of plum on here too. This is one of the most interesting red ice wine noses I've smelled in a while. I think this is, let's see, this is their 06 Cab Sauv. Previous is their 07 Chardonnay. $60 for this bottle. I think it's probably worth every penny. 375 mils. All right, now I get to taste it. I just can't believe how much depth there is to this nose. It's so neat. On the palate. Wow. The first one was nice. The first one just had those nice ice wine flavors. The second one has so much character. And what I like is it's got that nice, clean, soft finish. It's not overly goopy, not overly syrupy. Goes down really well. I could probably drink a lot of this. The first one you can only have so much because it is a little bit more syrupy compared to this one. This one's a little bit lighter. But so many neat layers to it. It's such an interesting wine. Sorry, I guess I should just tell you what I'm tasting, but it's got kind of a, I would say, plum meets roadside black cherries, a little bit of like almost rose petal, definitely some rose petal in there, and a little bit of like spice on the finish, like a hint of nutmeg or something. A little bit of like, almost like vanilla bean. This is cool. This is interesting. This is what ice wine is all about. Ice wine rocks. Ice wine's awesome. I can't wait to continue this series with you guys. I've got a few more episodes to go of Ontario ice wine. Ontario, keep it up. That's all I have to say about that. So thanks everybody out there for watching today. And remember, today, ice wine. Depretentious-sized. It's kind of Canada's premier product. Pretty unpretentious country. Anyway, we'll see you on the next episode.